What's up, everybody? Can you guys hear me?
Hey,
Can you guys hear me?
why don't you own these big apartment buildings? And I get it. You might be thinking right
Yeah, we
now,
can
well,
hear you.
Oh,
because I don't have millions and millions and millions of dollars sitting.
okay. Yep. There we go. Thanks, bro. Listen, listen to some like a like a apartments thing. Cool. Okay, let's just let a couple people join here, and then I'm gonna just start. I've got a good week ahead of us. No market tomorrow, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I'm coming through, okay, guys. I know somebody said yes. And y'all can see my screen.
Yes.
Nope. Okay. We'll submit people as they go. Um, and you can, there we go, plenty of people coming in. You guys can drop tickers in the chats or questions in the chat, please. Um, and with me, you can always come off mute. Just please, if you do so, guys, come off of mute. Make sure anything in the background, TV, extracurricular activities that you might be doing are silenced. That's always awkward for everybody, right? So thanks. Okay. I got the chat open, so if you chat something, guys, just let me know. Let's get started though. Minus this out. There we go. Okay, you guys can see my screen. Oops. Putting all the dots all over. Okay, so Toast, guys, is the first one that I'm looking at this week. Very interesting chart, by the way. I didn't even, I'll be honest, I'll be completely honest. I didn't even know this was a publicly traded company. If you've ever like done restaurant reservations or maybe ordered food out, you've probably used this app before. It's actually super nice, and I was shocked to see how nice the chart looked. And then I was even more shocked to see how nice the financials on this company were. Like they're actually killing it. I was pleasantly surprised. I'm actually going to buy some shares um, starting this week and slowly but surely scale in. They've been hitting off earnings nicely lately, so I don't want to do too much before earnings because they have earnings this week from a share position because they do have this nice gap down here in the 30s to fill. Would love that from an earnings perspective. But from a pure chart perspective, this week, what I'm looking at, we're above our 20-day moving average. We also held our 382 fib of this sequence from this swing high to this swing low, as y'all can see. We could easily load up another fib from here to here, but just the algos are clearly trading this one as well. You can see the three straight taps on this 382 fib at 39.57. Below that would be a short. Above that, I'm long, really looking to get above 40.76, aka $41 would be through the 236 fib. We'd also be above this bearish imbalance on the daily. First chart would be 40, or first target would be 42, above that 43, above that 44. But really good looking chart. Really good looking chart. Let's go to Shake Shack. Oops. Yep. Here we go. Another really actually decent looking chart that I was pretty surprised at. So let me get my fibs on here. They didn't save. My bad. Damn, that sucks. Well, anyways, nice move here, as y'all can see here. Last week we came down and did what, guys? We consolidated right around our 200-day moving average. We managed to close right below the 50% fib of this current sequence. Look at all this activity here, by the way, guys, at this level, right? This 109, we'll call it 109, right? Always round up. We'll call it 109 here. Definitely a lot of activity. Like it here for a move up, but I would be short if we lost the 200-day moving average down to about 100 or the 200-day moving average down to about 101. Had a really nice harmonic play out here too, by the way, that you should be able to see. Like really nice actually. Boom, 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 boom. Nice M down to the 200-day moving average. Love to see that. Look at this guy. This guy clearly loves its M patterns, by the way. You can see them all over this chart. Really nice. Really nice setup. Need above 109 to long. Below, we'll call it 108. Really, yeah, 108.19. So below 108 to short, above 109 to long. But I like this. Did not realize they had such a nice chart too. Another company that I feel like I need to buy shares in. I don't know if you've ever eaten Shake Shack, but it's fire. Um, always remember big backs make the country go or the economy go. So um, people always be eating burgers. Okay, let's Baba made a ton of money off this last week, as y'all know. Okay, I was gonna say I know I had this charted somewhere. Where's all my there we go. Jesus. Okay. I did not want to rechart all this. Oops. Okay, there we go. Really, really nice harmonic here on the daily. Beautiful. Started to play out. I sent this guys last week. And we continue to play it up. If we can get past 128, at 135 will come 146. But the juice, we'll see what's left in this. China stocks period look great. This thing just moved so freaking nice last week. That was actually crazy. Wish I would have just stayed in my calls all week. Wouldn't have had to do anything else, frankly. Oops. We're through our all of our fibs here, so we're using our extensions, but they're playing out beautifully, right? Look at how we wicked off that the minus 114. Next target's 129, which is the minus 236, and the completion of this W pattern. And that is when I would not look to get short, but start to be a little apprehensive of how far we could go. Now, a pattern like this could play out to here, could play out to here. We'll see. It has earnings on, I believe, what, Thursday, correct? Yeah, Thursday the 20th. So we'll see. If we're above 129 into earnings, I'm assuming it'll be right around 135. It'd be hard for me to want to lawn off of such a move up like this, right? Look at that. It'd be hard to want to. It's kind of like coin last week, right? Wish I did lotto and earnings call. You had this W and this M pattern ready to play out. The W didn't play out. The M hasn't played out, so it's kind of stuck. But if you look on the day into earnings, so the day before earnings, it was actually up $20. It's hard to want to lawn into that, right? Went obviously short after hours, despite having really, really nice numbers, um, and continued to sell throughout the day. Same thing with Baba, right? If we're up, especially past that expected move on Thursday, I'll have to look up what the expected move is. I will not want to be long, but China stocks period, guys. China's in a bull market right now. Baidu, this is probably my favorite. This are either JD.com or PDD. We'll go over all of them. Oh, who is that? Man, I don't know who who is that. Can I mute whoever that is? Somebody on an iPhone who didn't put their name in. We can hear you, bro. Man, mute. Okay, sorry, had to mute you, whoever you are. Um, okay, really nice. Obviously, move on Baidu here, right? We broke out of this structure. Boom, boom. Held our 50% fib on Friday. Two closes above it. That means my next target's 101. Over that 104. Eventually, total target is 112. But if this was to play out past this X point, 125. So over 112, I'm looking for 125. Right now, I'm looking for 112. Really huge sell block here in the 120s that it's going to be pretty hard for us to get over, as y'all can see. But if we get some serious momentum here, we could do it. They also, guess what? Have earnings this week. There's Tuesday, so it comes before Baba. So I'll probably, it'll depend. It'll depend if I want to swing. I'll know. Oh, that's right. The market's closed tomorrow. Fuck. Forgot about that. I probably won't swing this into earnings then. I'll probably day trade the move Tuesday. Should have a really nice move Tuesday throughout. And if it's above the expected move, going into earnings, there's no way that I'll swing thoughts on SoFi. Yeah, I'll get into SoFi. Um, yeah, I'd be hard pressed to swing the first day of the week. Um, with such a nice move up. But we'll see. We'll see. This is another chart that just absolutely fantastic, right? That played out last week. Let's look at JD.com. Here's one that I wish I would have swung. Definitely wish I would have swung. Had calls here on Thursday. Um, Closed them for like a 5% gain. I even closed a couple for a loss. And then it gapped up like 8%. Um, and ended up only closing up 4%, right? Sold right into the sell block, right? And right above this moving average. But guys, the China patterns all look the same. The China stocks all look the same, right? You got these beautiful W's playing out pretty much all over. Oops, and this needs to go here. Sorry. I mean, these are playing out on every single one. So JD.com, pretty simple. We need over 43. And then it's going to 45, and then it's going to 48. Well, another China name I really like is PDD. Finally got over its 200-day moving average, as you can see. Man, my fibs didn't stick on this one. 1 minute. Finally got over. Here we go. Right, so that's our low. Yep. Spin high to spin low there. Finally got over our 200-day moving average. Closed right below our 50% fib. If we can get over 125, I'm looking for 132. This is a China name that I'm honestly shocked is lagging right now. Normally PDD leads China. So Baba was up 20% last week. So there wasn't much outside of that and Baidu that really moved last week when it came to, sorry, I'm trying to admit people. Okay, Tesla, pretty simple. Had a beautiful move. Um, Pre-market off of our 618, which isn't showing here on TradingView because I don't have extended hours on, but we hit 315, I don't know, 80. Somebody can fact check me on that. Like 315.80 on Tesla, which by the way, anybody that was short much past that, guys, you're just greedy because we had a textbook. I'm going to show you guys this just so that you can know in the future because I guarantee there were some people who were short Tesla and then got caught in the rip back up. So there's a textbook harmonic down to the 618 here that played out to a T. And remember, an after hour, somebody can go check that on me. Pull it up on Webull or Robinhood. It hit 315 like 80 um pre-market, but perfectly down to 317, 315, didn't close below it, wicked off of it. And then where did we end up? 2 days later, right? Just rocket ships up, right? Just what a move. Originally rejected our 50% fib here, then bounced off of it twice. I got 380s this week. Assuming we can stay above call it 351. I think we'll see 380 this week. This is definitely something I'm looking to get long into for sure. Because when an M plays out, it's actually bullish. This is a double bottom. And when a W plays out, it's actually bearish. So like go back to oops, we'll go back to Baba here. So this is another reason why it's hard for me to want to long this too hard into earnings. Is normally when something like this plays out, it's actually a double top and you get a
Tariff on it.
decent amount of sell side
Out
liquidity.
for the night, please. You and August. I would guess in the long run it'll be good.
Yeah, mute. Gotta mute all you guys. Sorry. Kane, I had to mute you. Krishan, I had to mute you. I'm sure I just butchered your name. Sorry. I had to mute you guys. Too much talking in the background, guys. Come on. I'm glad your family's into this, but come on, y'all. Okay. Next. Let's look in the video. And then I'll get into SoFi. I know I had somebody ask about SoFi. NVIDIA, another beauty, guys, off the fibs, right? This is why you got a fib, right? This one, the fibs tell you the story. Look where we bounced again. 618 to a T. Swing high, swing low. If you don't know how to fib, get in the master class. You can DM me more details if you want to get into the master class. Three month long. Basically school. It's like going to college again. That me and Chuck do. Perfect bounce at the 618. You never short. You don't want to get short if a 618 holds. Move up beautifully. Look at we've just scaled our fibs each time. Look at where we rejected on Friday. Closed right above, barely the 236. Got above there, 138. Next target is 145. Huge sell up here. Huge sell. If we go down to like the hourly, you can see we've really struggled up here. Boom, 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 boom. A lot of sell side liquidity up here. So just stay alert. But I definitely think we're going to, assuming the market's overall bullish, I think we're going to go test at least 145 this week. Past that, past 146, I think we'll see 150s pretty damn easily, honestly. I don't really see much holding the video back. But if we start to reject 138, look to get short. It'll move fast down to 129. Let's look at SoFi quick. Another one, guys. Look at the beautiful move off the 50% fib, and then we're stair stepping up, right? We went and made a new high, came down, and what did we make? We made a lower or a higher low. We made a higher low here on SoFi. That's bullish. That's very bullish, right? So what was 1360? Then we came up, made a new high, went and made a new low. This is bullish market action, by the way. This type of market structure is very bullish. Sometimes you need to pull back to get more liquidity to go make a new high, right? A lot of buyers here. And the fact that we made a higher low, very bullish. Now look where we rejected. This is why it's important to learn your fibs, right? 1629, almost to a penny. We rejected that on Friday. This is extremely bullish candle. We're above our key moving average, above 1630. I'm bullish. You can see that we have this fair value gap, which is just a bearish imbalance. Again, go over all this in class, but Just think of this as a big sell area. We need through this the meat and potatoes of this. But assuming we can get over 1630, I'm looking for 1740. Over that, I'm looking for a new all-time high. Or not a new all-time high, I'm sorry, but a new high. So I think this will see 20 uh, relatively quickly. And by that I mean like 3 to 4 weeks, sometime in end of February, early March. Looking for 20, assuming the market doesn't shit itself. Um, okay, guys. Where's the chat? Okay, here we go. Polish, let's fucking go. What do you think about Rivian? Sure, let's look at Rivian. I have too many shares of Rivian. That's what I think about fucking Rivian. You guys can start asking questions, by the way, guys. Uh, okay, let me just start this quick. Let me go over here. Let me load up some. Let me just turn all this stuff I got on off for a minute. We can just look at the candles. Okay. Hate this fucking chart. Hate this company. I own way too much of it. I own way too many shares of this company. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Okay. So from just a pure candlestick Fibonacci perspective, I'll load up some indicators here in a minute, but just again, pure price. Look at this. This is nice, by the way. This is nice. You like to see us consolidating basing here at the 200-day moving average. We've now gotten over the 20. The 20 is curling up. The 50 is about to cross over. Look where we rejected to the penny. Actually, literally to the penny on Friday. I love when that happens. The 50% fib, don't normally love that. Wouldn't be surprised if we go down and fill this gap at 1331 and then we advance past 1420. We get over 1420. I mean, you can see pretty much every time we've gotten over that, we've immediately gone up to the next fib, which is our 618, our golden fib. Um, Hopefully we get past there because there's a lot of sell side liquidity here at this 1530 area. So need to get past there and maybe we can go up and see 17 again. I really want this to get to 20 really, really badly. Because I'd probably no, let's face it, I'm not gonna sell my shares if we get to 20. I say that all the time and then I never sell my shares. So but yeah, over 1420, I'd be looking for 1530 to $17. Okay, what other stocks do y'all want me to look at? Because I'm done with my watch list. So you can type into the chat. You should be able to type into the chat, guys, what you want me to look at. I'll do one more action. I'll look at Amazon. Just look at this beautiful breakout, by the way. Just absolutely, this was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful bull flag breakout. Boom. Look at where we rejected, guys. This is why you want to put again in the class. I go over these extensions that I use. Look at that to the penny where we rejected and we couldn't make a new high, right? Minus 236 at 241. And then look where we retraced back to our 114, right? Look at where we're basing. That's very bullish right now that we're here. Actually, really like this. If we can stay over 229, 228.75, call it 230, actually, if we can get over 230 consistently. I like a move back to the 240s for sure. And over 242, I like a move to the 250s. Really like Amazon. They're killing it too, right? Jeff Bezos kissed the ring. By that, I just mean came down. He's buddies with Trump now. Not too loud like Elon is. Um, that's why Meta, which we should go over to, is absolutely killing it as well. AMD is going to give me a heart attack. Whoever just asked me to do this. Fuck AMD. That's how I feel about AMD. Look at this though. I do hate that I didn't add more here. So anybody that's been in my class, the master class, knows I tell people if you're still shorting at the 786 or the 886, you're just selfish. Like you're just selfish. That's where the vast majority of shorts are going to take all their profits. Because if it loses the 618, you normally see these three levels. Um, and the fact that I didn't aggressively buy 108 is I got scared. There's nothing else to say. Um, Beautiful move off of that so far. I mean, like an absolute beautiful move. Now basing over the 10-day moving average here, which is great. But for whatever reason, rejecting this 114 level, which you can see here, right? It was acting as support. Now it's acting a little bit as resistance. Show that really quick. Meow has entered the room. Interesting name. So you can see here, we were bouncing off of this pretty nicely from a support perspective. And now we're rejecting it from a resistance perspective. So you need over 115. Whoever asked about AMD to really feel bullish about that piece of shit. TSM's nice. I mean, look at this pattern, right? Like I'm not even gonna get too in depth of it. NVIDIA, AMD, SMCI get all the attention, but TSM's pretty fucking nice, guys. I mean, just look at this. Buy it every time it touches or comes near the 200-day moving average, and it keeps going. Very nice stock, very nice company. The OG, the biggest semiconductor company in the world, by the way. PLTR is hard to even chart, right? Like it's in price discovery mode, and it is every single day. Um, I would like it to come down and fill this gap in the 80s, and I would buy shares there, by the way, because this gap will fill. PLTR is not a company that leaves a gap. Just so you guys know, statistically, 90 to 95% of these gaps fill on daily charts on any stock. You'll have some with like Amazon or Apple. If you go back, Tesla, if you go way back, and you'll see gaps that haven't filled that never will, unless the company one day crashes, which hopefully we're all dead when that happens. So that'll be a dark day for the U.S. economy. But PLTR is not one of those companies, right? This gap will fill, and I'll look to buy shares in the 80s. It's crazy. I used to own shares of this company at like $11, and I just never could get off its fucking hump. And so I sold them at like 20, where it consolidated for like 2 years. Nike, I absolutely love, yeah. So, but yeah, PLTR, keep buying it, buy every dip. They're in Trump's pocket too, so they'll do really good over the next 4 years. Um, this is gonna play out. Like this pattern is gonna play out on Nike. Nike's every time it's under 80, I buy more shares. Every time it's under 80. But yeah, I like Nike. I like Nike a lot, whoever asked. To really, it needs to start getting above 74 consistently, which is its 886 fib, right? You see how we've bounced off that every time because it's just greedy to short past the 886 for too long. That's why it keeps bouncing. But we need to get more buyers here for sure. That simple. It needs to get over 74. If it stays below 74, 73, 73, $74 for too long, um, it's gonna go lower and lower and lower. So just be prepared. Um, so um Uber or Airbnb, sorry. Airbnb had, I was gonna say amazing earnings. Oh, look at that. I didn't even have this prepared. Look at where this rejected, guys. Love when I pull up a chart that I charted months ago. And it's still the fibs are still working. Perfectly rejected the 618 fib, needs over 163. That's simple. Needs over 163 for bullish continuation. Really nice W played out, by the way, into earnings. You can see it. That was a obviously terrible penmanship, but you guys get the idea. Uber. Uber's been ripping, I might add. Um, Sorry, I'm moving in here. Yeah, it's a sloppy chart, man. Uber's just sloppy, like this PA. I don't like it. I don't like it. I mean, the chart's moving nice, but this is just sloppy, right? But a move to 91 is not out of the equation. That's actually what I would bet on. A move to 91, 92. TLN, never charted this. Talent Energy Company. Um, Really small sequence here, but they can get over 243, 244, and go to 250. Getting greedy up here, it's getting heavy. But if it can get above that, I bet it makes a new all-time high. So if we can get above 245, I bet it can go to 258. And VTS, yeah, I've been buying shares of this like crazy. And VTS, there we go. This is another semiconductor company, US brand, and I guarantee it's going to see $10 at some point in the next 2 to 3 years. If it can get over 308, we're going to go to $4. Needs to close above that though, and really it needs above 330, the 200-day moving average. But if it gets over that, it's definitely going to $4. Bitcoin, sure. Oops. This thing loves its fibs, by the way. Reset here. Go through drawing, admit whoever this is. Look at this thing. Okay. Needs over 98K, which also happens to be the 200 or the 20-day moving average. We can get over that. We're going to see 103. Over that, we're going to go make a new all-time high, like 113. Uh, I mean, somebody wants me to do Walgreens. Um, they're going bankrupt. They're trying to sell. I mean, I'll still do it, but it's wild. You want to talk about exactly what I said? Like if Tesla or any of them ever go belly up, Walgreens used to be a name like that. Everybody knows Walgreens, right? Now they're not shit. $9. Oof. I used to buy this stock all the time too. They just got rid of their dividend first time in like 100 years. Um, Not much to say. If it loses this trend line, it's going to see like $7. So if you're short, I'd look to get short. Take two. I don't know what take two means, brother. Celsius, yeah, Celsius is finally setting up beautifully. Like I said, set your alerts for about $18. I don't know if it's going to give it to us, but I really would love it to give us 18 because we're here. And I'd really like it to fill the gap down at 18 here. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. You zoom in and zoom out, and then you go over here. See this gap? Circle it so everybody can see it. That is a gap in the chart. Gapped up and it didn't fill. Already did SoFi, so you'll have to go back and see it. Um, this is recorded, so you can go back and see it. I'd love for that to fill from a structure perspective. The market likes to be balanced, so I would like this chart to balance out while we're down here. I would buy a lot at 18, but the move up so far has been pretty nice off of the $20. I put it at got above the 10-day moving average, closed right below it though the very next day. So needs above 22.35 for a continuation up to 24. Really that simple. Hymns, ugly candle. I said to somebody, I don't know, 2, 3 weeks ago, this was gonna go to $60. And sure enough, it hit. My fibs didn't save, which sucks, but that's where I got them. Um, at the time, there was a fib extension up there. I don't remember where I had fibs at the time. Like up there, but this is getting heavy. Up here, we assume that for a moment that Friday was a momentary top, so we use that as our swing high. Not saying it will be, just saying to get a new fib sequence on here. And so it would be 69 and 75, but this thing needs to cool off, in my personal opinion, especially with that candle put down on Friday. Hood, just keep buying Hood. Beautiful company, absolutely crushing it. Like they are absolutely crushing it. 85 would be my next target from a like true long-term perspective. You zoom way out, you'll see why. There's a bunch of uh, orders that have yet to be filled up here from the sell. By the time it gets to 85, by the way, it either needs a rocket ship through or it'll consolidate there for a long time because there's a considerable amount of orders left to fill there. I guarantee it. Off that giant wick day one of IPO. Um, DJT. Get this breakdown off this pattern, by the way. I, there's not much to like about this chart, guys. I mean, you can like the president, but there's not much to like about this chart, just to be completely honest. So I would wait to buy it until it got over 33. And then I'd really only be playing a retest of the trend, which would put you at about $40. So if it got back into trend and it could break out, um, maybe something higher. But what I will say, I mean, from a bullish perspective, is you are getting a nice base in this $29 to $30 range. So if we can stay above that, probably get a decent move up to the upside. So Mara, sure. I'm not gonna chart Trump coin. I did buy some more though the last weekend. I think that's a better investment than DJT, his little stock, which is saying something by the way, because it's a meme coin. But I don't think they'll rug that because that would be a terrible look. So I do think that's a decent investment, especially in the 20s. Now that it's back in the 20s. Mara looks decent. The only thing I'll say about these miners, dude. So from a pure technical standpoint, I think it could see 33. Like decent. decent time too. What's Bitcoin doing right now? Just charted it, I know, but I don't remember what it was at. 96. I want this. I mean, I really want it back at like 103. Big sell order here though. That'll probably send us back down when we get up here. Um, but really this needs over 97, 98. But thing about these miners is they suck. Just remember that. They don't do much of anything. So just remember that. Um, I I, I struggle to see the long-term uh value of them. Just go buy Bitcoin yourself instead of buying Mara. I'll never understand it. Um, or like a Robinhood or a Coinbase, right? Like they're an exchange. They allow you to buy. It's way different than um, buying the Bitcoin miners. I don't get the value. I'm being honest. VST, I have no idea what this company does. I apologize. So I've never charted it before. Can throw some fibs on and do some overall analysis for you though. I don't know what they do, just to be again totally honest. So got our fibs here. Did bounce nice here. Yeah, people took profits right where they should on the short 786, 707 area. Got back above the 618. Now you're basing here at the 382, but you're rejecting the 20-day moving average. So there's a bit of a battle going on right now. I would use two daily closes below 165 as a stop loss. And assuming you can get over 170, you'll see 179. Would be a nice little long, $9 long. That would be nice. And if you lost that, sorry, I should have given you the short side too. If you lose this fib, so two daily closes, because that would action a swing, 166, you will see 155 and possibly lower because the 50% fib is made up by traders. So 145 would be my ultimate target on a swing short, but don't get super greedy. Clove, God, I haven't heard that name in years. Um, I don't. This W played out, I would be looking to get, I mean, really nice move actually off this W. You guys see what I'm talking about here? I'm just gonna draw it. I'm not gonna do the actual harmonic, but beautiful W here. Yeah, that was really a double bottom, and then this is basically a double top. So if the 20-day, the 20-day is lost here, which is 445, I mean, you'll give back this move. This company is a joke, by the way, so I wouldn't be surprised if it gives back the whole move. Starbucks is amazing. Just keep buying shares. That's all I'll say. Absolutely amazing. Like one of my single best returns um, on a stock. But 117 is my next target. No reason to be looking short right now. It has short double quadruple bottomed at 71. Yeah, 117 is my next target on Starbucks. Whoever asked that, you're my favorite. I love Starbucks, the stock. I don't I don't drink Starbucks a lot. Netflix, another absolute just runner of a company right now. It's been riding this 10. So right when you have companies doing stuff like this, you have to look for other entries besides just fibs. Because right now, right, I mean, like I can throw some fibs on here, right? I can go from here to here since it did backtrack a little bit there. So my next target would be 1,105. But I'd be looking for either I'd wait for it to get over this 1,065 and then I'd long, or I'd love a pullback to the 10-day moving average because you can see during this little mini, oops, you can see during this little mini bull run that every time it's come close to this 10-day, that's been an entry, right? Entry. If you miss that, you got it again the next day, entry. Retrace, entry, right? So if it came down again and it held, I'd get in there. Or I'd wait for it to get over 1,065. No reason to be looking short on this, by the way, in my personal opinion. So Microsoft, sure. This one's been lagging big time. Clear my stuff off here. I haven't charted this in a long time. Yeah, this is an ugly chart, especially with SPY making a new all-time high last week. So it needs to hold 405. Pretty simple. If it loses 405, it's going to see 395. If it loses that, it's going to see the 380s. So needs to hold 405 desperately. That's why you're seeing bulls defend it that way. Really need to hold that. I'm assuming you meant forward and not just fuck. So chart forward. What a piece of shit, by the way. What a piece of shit. $9 because
Bigger than yours too. Wow. And I
Joey,
have the
come on, Joey. Mute yourself, brother.
Yes, I have the yours. Oh wait, maybe doesn't.
Jesus. Come on, guys. Um, if we can get back above 950, you can see 10. If it loses that, it's going to see 888. Friday, it couldn't even get above 950, which is kind of pathetic. You get your 10-day moving average and your zero fib there. Again, above that, you see 1010. And I would spend a lot of selling there. And it already filled this daily gap. I don't know, max, because you're so far extended from the 200-day, I would say $11 to the upside, but I, I don't know. Ford's a piece of shit. ZOM, any energy play should do really well under Trump. Oil and gas, anything. Got a nice little what looks like W here. Assuming this is a big assumption because I don't love the daily candle on Friday actually. I'd probably wait for a move back to 105 and see if that holds first to see if this pattern's gonna play out. Either that or let's see how it opens Tuesday. I don't know. This is a wait and see chart for me. So ask me whoever that was. Austin. I don't know if that's your real name or just your online name. Ask me again on Tuesday after close. What I think soon. It's a very interesting name. It's got earnings coming up. I, again, no idea what this does, but people ask me about sound all the time. I'm gonna remove all my old stuff. Um, no idea what this company does, by the way. Zero clue. Here, two, here. So I don't know really not where to put the fib either. I don't know, just an ugly chart. Very ugly chart. Let it come down. Let it come down to the 200-day moving average, or let it get back above 11. What about the ones you're following on your 1K account? I already did NVTS if that's what you mean, Joey, for the shares. I did NVTS. This is recorded, so you can go back and look at it. In terms of Baba and Baidu and the China ones, which by the way, the 1K account's now 4K, so I already brought it to 4K. So I already did those two, so you'll have to go back and watch, brother. Dell, sure. I'll make sure my fibs first on this. Dell had a nice little run earlier last year. I keep forgetting it's 2025. Came down, hit the 786. Shorts had enough. Projected the 50% fib. And in one day it went and tested the 618 and then bounced back up. That's fucking really bullish, by the way. That's a fun little day. Bouncing between fibs like that. So um right now it's in no man's land though. 110 would have been the ad. Whoever asked Gusma, I'm sure I butchered your name. I apologize. 110 would have been a great ad off that 618 hold. Now I'd probably wait for it to get above 118, and then you're definitely getting into the mid 120s. So, um, yeah, no, I like this. I like this chart a lot. I like Dell a lot. They've had a nice little resurgence. If you look here too, it's been following this trend line really well. So needs to do this pattern here though. So yeah, I like the chart. I like the chart though. Hey guys, anything else tonight? If not, I'll let everybody go. Spotify. Sure. My girl uses Spotify. Um, Another nice chart. Look at this way over all my fibs. Holding the 10-day moving average pretty nicely here. Let's see how it opens Tuesday. This would be a wait and see chart for me because of how overextended it is from literally everything. It's $300 removed from its 200-day moving average. It's $100 removed from its 20-day moving average. It is holding the 10-day pretty nice, but ask me on Tuesday or Wednesday. Google. Google, man. Another Mag 7 that's just lagging. This and Microsoft are like shaking up, I swear, to be like generational buys. I need to really pay attention to Microsoft. Okay, Joey. Right at your 50% fib, reject it. It's kind of rejecting it. So in my opinion, round up $3. It needs over 190 to feel really good about it. Um, and then, you've been in the class, you know how, what I'm thinking over that in terms of levels. Just ride your fids up after that. But because of the action here, I'd wait. I'd give yourself some leeway. The 50% fib's 187, but I'd wait for it to get over 190. I don't know what TM is, so I'm skipping that, but I'll do Walmart and TEM for you, brother. Walmart, other beauty, other beauty. Another one of those companies you just keep buying, guys. Look at this. You know why? Because doesn't matter if you're rich, doesn't matter if you're poor. We all shop at Walmart. Everybody, skinny, fat, tall, short, rich, poor. Everybody shops at Walmart. Beautiful bull flag breakout here, by the way. Also a W breakout. Really nice. Really freaking nice, actually. Um, they have earnings this week, so whoever asked Gustavo, Gusma, sorry. Um, I mean, on Friday, I guess the one thing I like is you didn't lose the previous day low. You went and tested it. You didn't lose it. Nice, but you did close below the previous day low, or the previous day close. So don't love that. So for the previous day open, I'm sorry. You literally did the exact opposite of the previous day. So don't love that. So this would be a wait and see for me, especially with earnings coming up this week. Not one. This was when you played the week before. Kind of like I played Baba all week last week, the week before earnings. So what you guys need to start doing is look at the earnings calendars, like the way I do. I send them in and everything, and then you look at um what's going to be up the week um after, because normally there's good moves the week before, right? Like Baba was up 20% last week, and then they have earnings this week. So most likely that move that people are hoping for off of earnings, you should have played it last week with me, right? I do the same thing, right? I do still got some good meat, but Walmart's the same thing. They have earnings this week. And look at the move it made last week, right? So if this was Friday, this was Thursday, this was Wednesday, this was Tuesday, this was Monday. A move. So it opened at 101 and it closed. Well, it opened on Friday at 105. That's a big move on Walmart. $4 is a super slow moving stock because of the market cap. That's a nice move. Coca-Cola. Um, ugly, ugly. W played out. I would say it's going to go fill this earnings gap in the 60s. Verizon, buy T-Mobile. That's my recommendation. There's a reason this is in the 40s and T-Mobile's in the 300s. And this is not going to stop, by the way. This this will break all my fibs. This is going to go to 280 plus very soon. T-Mobile is absolutely killing the game right now. NTDOY. The hell is, oh, Nintendo. I don't know. I don't understand this stock or how it moves. Look at this. Look at there's barely any volume on this. So if you're going to trade options on it, I would recommend not doing so. In terms of shares, I mean, let's see the all-time high on this. Are we at an all-time high? Wow. No. Okay, let me see here. Oh no, we are. We are at an all-time high. Wow. Oh, Nintendo's really, when did this go public? 95. Wow, it's just been a piece of shit for a long time. Pretty much since the Xbox 360 came out. That's hilarious. And now they're back where they belong because the Switch is sick. And the Switch 2 is going to be sick as well. ET, are there people still in this? This is going to be a good play. This will be something I'm going to come back to for sure. We smacked this move beautifully, guys, right up to, oops, right up to, look, right? This is why I tell people all the time, I don't pull these targets out of my butt. They're all fib based, right up into this minus 382. Haven't been in it since. And we came back down to what? Our 10-day. And just holding this or 10-day moving average really nice. Maybe I'll add this to the watch list. Don't love this candle on Friday. See, I use hollow candles. So when you see them filled in like this means it was green just because it closed above the previous day, but we opened at 20 and we closed at 19. I don't love that. 19.99. guys are getting into a bunch of this, like, what the fuck is AALK? Uh, Usma, I'm loving all your questions. I'm not going to chart a 31-cent stock. I'm sorry. I wish you the best of luck on this journey. RGTI. I don't know what this company does. Uh, so I just want to preface that again, Guzma. I love your questions, though. Loving, loving the curiosity. I'm not going to bother doing fibs on this. So it's just weird. I'd wait for this pattern to play out. Um, you have some heavy moving average resistance above here. If you can get over, call it $13, I think you could go fill the rest of this gap at 18. But I don't know anything about this company, so take that with a grain of salt. CLF. Cleveland Cliffs. What the fuck is this? Excuse my ignorance if it's something amazing. Um, it'll see $13 relatively quickly. You want me to do the Dow? Sure. Or no, this is what is this? I have no idea. Um, ugly candle on Friday. Perfect rejection of the 20-day moving average. If you're looking to get long, I'd wait for Tesla 3840. And my target would be 3960 and above that, 42. I did Meta already, so you can go back and look at the recording. LMT. Um, looks like it's going to fill this gap at 400. I want to play this so bad, but I don't know if I kind of think Trump's all talk with wars. I don't think he'll actually put us in any. So I don't know how bullish I think LMT is, just to be honest. Trump uses all that shit as like a negotiation tactic, not a. He didn't start any new wars his last presidency. So I don't know how bullish I am on LMT, just to be completely honest. Perfect rejections of this 886 continue to reject it, by the way. So Boeing needs over 187, and with this constant rejection, I would say 188 to want a lawn. Then 192 is a big level, 195 after that. If it can't get over here, it's going to go back to the 170s, which would be a nice short. Yes, from the top row. Jesus. Jesus. Micron. Um, 101, but I would say this is going to go to 107. Chips look really good right now, in my personal opinion. I'm a little biased, but 107 on MU. Mo, by the way, another perfect company to just write like people's vices, right? This is a cigarette company. Look at that perfect move off the 200-day moving average, guys. God, what a fucking monster move there. Gotta love it. Needs over 55 or 54. I apologize. If it gets over 54, we're gonna see 55, and then you can see the fibs from there. I would say it's gonna have a pretty hard time. There's a fair value gap down from 57 to 56. 56 would be my, it's gonna be hard to get over 56. Um, if it does, it'll go to 59, 59, in my opinion. Um, okay, Oracle wanted to be bullish on this, but Larry and Sam Altman just seem like they're up to no good. Um, but Oracle's doing a lot right now. I like this back to 180. So they can hold this little moving average cluster. Um, below 170 it gets pretty bearish, in my opinion. Did Google already, so you have to go back, Gus. Uh, didn't do GE, so I can do GE for you. Yeah, I did NVTS faulted. You can go back and look at the recording, brother. Pretty close to the beginning. Um, I mean, we're just riding the 10-day up. So my stop loss for a lawn would be two daily closes below 206. I'd look to re-add lawn at 200 if that holds. 215 would be my current target for a lawn on GE. Let me know when it hits. Nancy Pelosi, man, the greatest trader on fucking planet Earth, bro. We should have seen this coming, by the way, because guys, somebody in the chat, tell me right now with this chart what played out. Somebody tell me. Somebody type it in. Come on. Look at this and what played out to a T. Last motherfuckers. You had an M play out, which is what? Bullish. And now this W is playing out. Two all-time highs, by the way. Like, past its all-time high. God, that was a terrible line. But it's past its all-time high. Beautiful. What a beautiful chart. Nancy Pelosi's husband, technically, because it's not her doing the trading. Nancy Pelosi's husband is the greatest trader on planet Earth. This is going to see $100. I mean, just call a spade a spade. It's going to see $100. And then come ask me when it sees 100, because that's a big psych level. And we'll see I'll rechart it at 100. But never fade Nancy Pelosi, bro. What a fucking goat. What a fucking goat. 68 bucks on CVS. If it gets over 68, you'll see 71. I'm sure you want to fill this gap at 78, but I don't know what catalysts they have right now. Let me see what fair value gaps this thing has. Since I don't really want to do that myself. Oh, this thing's heavy though. Yeah. See, that's why I said if you get over 68, look at that. I knew there had to be something there. 68's heavy. This is just heavy all the way up. So 68, 72, 80s after that. Anything else, guys? By the way, I don't think it's going to hit that. I think 70 would be a good place to start a CDS short. If it gets over 70, though, I think it'll see $80. Anything else? Oh, RX. Sure. Like 17 people asked me for this for some reason. So sure, I will do this one. My bad. Nice, beautiful. Phil, this is what you like to here. Here we go. Great example of what CBS is going to need to do. Notice it could not get past this bearish imbalance. That's what this red box I have here is. It needed a gap up, a monster gap up, by the way. And then it wicked down into it. And now this what was selling is now buying. That's super bullish. I would bet that this goes sees $12, $13. Did sell perfectly off of where it did last time. So you need over $11. All at 11. 1060 is $11 in my opinion. Needs over 11 and you'll go see 13. Nice chart. I don't like the whole world was asking me about this chart. I don't know what they do, but we had like 16 requests for this, so I apologize that I just now did it. But yeah, gets over 11, you'll see 13. No, I'll close at 1053, bro. If it gets over 11, you'll see 12, 13. Don't count after hours, brother. It closed at 1053. IA was 1069. Yeah, don't count after hours, brother. Could definitely see 13 over that 15. So nice. Nice chart. I don't know what they do, but yeah, nice chart. Nice chart. AI with meds. Oh, cool. Nice. Anything with AI right now is still just easy way to run up a bag, apparently. It's the only reason Tem's running. So all that and everybody and their mother knows Nancy Pelosi and her husband bought a big position. So okay. Is that everything, guys? If so, hopefully this was helpful. I'll let everybody go. Y'all have a good night.